Cunningham took a jab at Caitlin Clark's newest WNBA foes by signing a Jacy Sheldon trading card with a rather humorous message written across the fans' collectible.
Sophie Cunningham made a statement by standing up to Jacy Sheldon after the hit on Caitlin Clark, making sure everyone noticed. When your teammate is a superstar like Clark, you either protect her or sit back while cheap shots happen, and Sophie clearly chose to step up. The moment goes back to that game when Marina Mabury ran through Clark after the whistle. But even before that, Jacy Sheldon made a play that had Fever fans wishing there was a penalty box for situations like that.
Watch when Caitlin Clark is trying to create some space. It looked like she just got hit.
Jacy Sheldon, who had already built a reputation for being overly physical with Clark, delivered what fans saw as an unnecessary hit, and Sophie Cunningham wasn't about to let that slide. Later in the game, she made sure Sheldon knew that targeting Caitlin Clark had consequences. But Sophie didn't stop there. At a Fever fan event, while signing autographs and taking pictures, a fan handed her a Jacy Sheldon rookie card, asking her to sign it, and add a little wild. Sophie grabbed the card, picked up a pen, and wrote across it, "Property of Sophie Cunningham." That wasn't just a signature, it was a statement. A clear message saying, I own this matchup, I own this moment. And now Jacy Sheldon will think twice before targeting her teammate again.
Kinda crazy. When you get Sophie Cunningham to sign a Jacy Sheldon rookie card with property of, that is crazy. That is crazy.
The clip of her doing it is pure gold. Teammate Lexi Hull is right there, laughing along with the fans. Moments like this only happen with players who are fiercely competitive, but can also laugh at themselves. And Cunningham didn't backtrack. No, just kidding, or softening the moment. She leaned into it fully. That's the energy you want from your enforcer. Sophie Cunningham is exactly that for the Fever. Every great team has one. In hockey, players protected stars like Wayne Gretzky. In the NBA, stars like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant had teammates who would step up if you fouled them too hard. In the WNBA, Caitlin Clark has Sophie Cunningham. And the best part? She's not just a defensive presence, she's producing a legitimate starter and sharpshooter. She's been on fire since the All-Star break, dropping 18 points against the Mercury when the rest of the team struggled to keep pace.
She's the problem. She is the problem.
While putting up numbers, Cunningham is also doing the tough, unglamorous work that few others take on, making it clear to opponents that Clark isn't out there alone. That's crucial because Clark often draws extra attention on the court, as we've seen with players like Kennedy Carter, Diamond DeShields, Marina Mabury, and now Jacy Sheldon. What sets the Sheldon incident apart is that Cunningham made sure there was a response loud enough for fans to notice. The property of Sophie Cunningham autograph has become a meme, celebrated by Fever fans, Clark supporters, and even neutral fans tired of seeing Clark targeted. It's also worth noting that Sheldon's WNBA journey has been unstable. Drafted by Dallas, traded within months, and now with Connecticut. That instability doesn't help when she's already making enemies with one of the league's most popular players. Cunningham's fan event stunt reinforced the narrative. Sheldon isn't remembered for scoring, defense, or playmaking. She's remembered as the player who went after Caitlin Clark and got owned by Sophie Cunningham. Fever Nation's excitement was palpable when the clip went viral. Moments like this help build team identity, especially for a squad constantly under media scrutiny. Cunningham knows exactly what she's doing. Owning that moment rallies the fan base and warns anyone else thinking of testing. Clark.
Sophie Cunningham has been Caitlin Clark's biggest cheerleader and defender.
And it literally pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the league.
Who would be?
What? When people try to argue that she's not the face of our league, or if our league would be where we're at without her, you're dumb as
Yeah.
You're literally dumb as
The sad truth about this video we just watched is she is the first WNBA player I have seen to openly say this out loud, publicly, and not be ashamed in declaring it. Caitlin Clark is the reason we have been talking about the WNBA. Hate it or love it, it's true. I don't believe that Caitlin Clark necessarily wants that title that everyone has been giving to her. I think she just wants to be appreciated. And Sophie Cunningham, she just seems like such a real one. Such a good friend, I think, especially with women, especially elite level athletes. There's a lot of people, women, who will kind of stab you in the back. There's a lot of jealousy, a lot of resentment, especially when you're good. But Sophie just seems like such a girl's girl. I really, really like her. Maybe Caitlin Clark should do the next American Eagle campaign.
Sophie Cunningham has quickly become the Fever's second most popular player, right behind Caitlin Clark. Thanks to her mix of skill, personality, and willingness to stand up when it matters. This all traces back to a season where Clark has been repeatedly targeted. From Kennedy Carter's blindside hit to Diamond DeShield's aggressive body check, Marina Mabury's after the whistle shove, and now Jacy Sheldon's fouls. Cunningham didn't just react on the court, she made a statement off it too, signing Sheldon's rookie card with property of Sophie Cunningham, turning it into a fan favorite moment and a viral meme. Beyond the theatrics, she's been producing at a high level, knocking down threes, scoring consistently, and hustling in games like the Phoenix Mercury matchup, proving she can be both the team's enforcer and a key contributor, like old school enforcers in hockey or the NBA. Cunningham ensures no one messes with Clark without consequences, creating space, absorbing contact, and sending a clear message to teammates and opponents alike. That combination of toughness, production, and personality has made her a fan favorite, building team identity, protecting her star, and showing that in the WNBA, standing up for your teammates can be just as important as putting up points. Her presence changes how opponents approach the game, and her property of Sophie Cunningham moment wasn't just funny, it was symbolic, sending a message to the league that the Fever protect their own, and that Cunningham will make sure of it.
Yeah.
Just go tomorrow. You're on the Las Vegas Strip. What
Yeah.
can be a Las Vegas expect from Sophie?
Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna be me. I don't go in there trying to predetermine anything. I'm dialed in. I need to focus on hitting my shots, making sure I'm executing the schemes right. I'm not focused on the extracurricular activities. And you know what? During that, it was just part of the game. I think the refs had a lot to do with that. It was a build-up for a couple of years now of them just not protecting, the star player of the WNBA. And so at the end of the day, I'm going to protect my teammates. That's what I do. And I'm a team player, so.
Sophie Cunningham has become the Fever's second most popular player behind only Caitlin Clark, blending skill, toughness, and personality in a way that fans love. Clark's been targeted all season, from Kennedy Carter's blindside hit to Diamond DeShield's body check, Marina Mabury's after the whistle shove, and now Jacy Sheldon and Sophie has made sure there's a response. On the court, she produces, scores, and hustles. Off it, she turned Sheldon's rookie card into the viral property of Sophie Cunningham moment. She's not just protecting Clark, she's sending a message to the league, building team identity, and showing that the Fever won't let cheap plays go unchecked. With her presence, opponents think twice, teammates feel supported, and fans get to witness a player who can enforce, lead, and perform all at once. Sophie Cunningham has become the Fever's most fearless player behind Caitlin Clark all season. Clark's been targeted cheap hits, shoves, and fouls, and Sophie has made sure there's always a response. On the court, she scores, hustles, and sets the tone off the court. She turned Jacy Sheldon's rookie card into the viral property of Sophie Cunningham moment. She's sending a clear message: you don't mess with our star. Opponents think twice, teammates feel protected, and fans are loving every second.